everyone, what's up? How's it going? We are back. Return of the Max with Dynamax Adventures. Can I have shiny Zygarde? I've been asking that question for a few years now. And the answer has always been, no. The answer from the game has always been a resounding no, you can't. Nope. No, you can't have. Alright, I guess I'll charge my phone. Eesh, my phone is filthy. Wow, the screen protector isn't even that old and it's already got some scratches on it. That's crazy. Alright. We still need a few boyos. Articuno, Lugia, Palkia, Zygarde, Solgaleo, Nihilego, Celesteela, and Guzzlord. Latios and Latias are also in the pool, but I don't need them shiny, so. But I don't have the heart to catch them if they're not shiny, so I'll leave them in. Also, I finally have my shiny living dex number on the screen again, which is nice, because we just added Manectric and Starmie to the list. I'm almost at 900, which is crazy. 900 shinies. I don't know who I want to push for next. We could go back to ZA and get some of the shinies I still need from ZA. We could hatch, I don't know, something like Solrock in this game. I have options. Alright, but you guys know the drill. We're going to do a solo warm-up run, and then I'll open the lobby, and anybody who wants to join can join. So we'll see who we open up with tonight. War Turtle, Combusted, Pissimian. My favorite middle starter, Pissimian. We'll take War Turtle, I guess. Sure. Shiny Volcanion. Mother, come pick me up. Oh, okay. Nihilego. Alright, that's a good omen, chat. Good omen. Alright, what we got? We got Palossand, Bouffalon's on the field, there's Grovyle, Sandaconda. Alright, this is a great route. A good Pokemon and a good route? Say it ain't so. Oh, we got Peonia with us. We got the ladies. It's ladies' night. People always say Sock and Throw remind them of Muppets, but I think Skuntank is actually the most Muppet-coded Pokemon. Unfortunately, this is poison, so one of the ding-dong NPCs is probably going to end up taking this and then screwing us, but we'll see. Maybe they can resist the temptation. Maybe they can resist. Geez, War Turtle... I feel like the smaller the Pokemon, the bigger their max is. Some of the legendaries have such tiny little Dynamaxes. Little bebes. I'm still sad they never made Nikki's Liepard jacket. Wow, the Drifblim went for Will-O-Wisp. We are dispatching the Skuntank right now. Burn meta. What am I playing? Pokemon Champions? So many people in Champions are running Ceruledge now. Just to stop all the Volcaronas. Alright, War Turtle. Rain Dish. That's such a... Does that even make sense? With Rain Dish with, like, Lotad's line makes sense because they literally have a dish to collect rain. Maybe War Turtle's doing that meme where he's just, like, sticking his tongue out and drinking the rain. Maybe that's how he's doing it. Man, looking through all my shinies last night, well, I've actually been realizing this ever since coming back here and looking through my shinies for champions. I need to diversify my portfolio. I need to start catching some of these Pokemon in different Pokeballs instead of just like all Premier or Lux. Which I could diversify more if I actually had a good amount of Apri Balls, but I don't. Because it's Sword and Shield. Alright. Oh, Sophie tried to take it. Sophie, no! No! Sophie, bad. Which one of these bums do we want to fight? Palossand. You just can't. Understandable. Yeah, when Volcanion... I was streaming Pokopia when they announced Volcanion. And so we stopped and I went over to ZA. And the game proceeded to put me right back to the... We're not going to give you the Shalfa you want. I got it eventually though, so... Yay. Wow, this Drifblim is deadly accurate. This Drifblim is actually putting in work. Hey, good for Drifblim. That's a Pokemon I have a great fondness for that... Again, they hate Gen 4, otherwise I feel like he would have something. I feel like Drifblim might actually be one of the easiest Gen 4 Pokemon to give a form to. I guess they kind of already made Mega Zygarde. When I picture like a Mega Drifblim or a Drifblim evolution, I kind of picture like the long blimp, like Seto Kaiba's blimp. That's kind of what Zygarde's Mega looks like a little bit. Except it's Big Bomb. The whole special scan process is really dreadful. It is. Again, the game just doesn't respect your time. Just absolutely does not respect you as a player or your time. What's up, Cacturn? Alright. I'm actually running low. You know what? Let's just throw an Ultra Ball at you. Why not? Why not? I actually need to go stock up on Pokeballs. I'm starting to run a bit low. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. That should be the tagline to the DLC. Absolute RNG nightmare. Absolute RNG nightmare. I wish... The Drifblim's been putting in so much work, but it doesn't want to take a rock attack from Nihilego. We'll take the Expert Belt. I wish Expert Belt was in Champions, by the way. I feel like that could have been a fine compromise. No Life Orb, no Choice Band. We could have had Expert Belt. And it would have been fine. What's funny too, CB, is that I feel like it's a pretty universal experience. Like, we all think like that. The DLC actively drags down the main game. Which is the opposite on how I feel about this game. Like, I think Crown Tundra was such a good DLC, it elevates how not great Sword and Shield is. I mean, not by, like, much. It's not like it saves the generation or anything, but it's genuinely a good DLC. they're capable of making good DLCs. I still think Crown Tundra is their best DLC. And then maybe I would put Kitakami below it. And then all the others are like, meh. Wow, this Driftblim is on fire! This Driftblim does not miss. He is a locked-in blimp. What's up, Gerald? That's funny that Volcanion getting released has kind of reignited some of the ZA discourse. I do like Kitakami's song, though. I think it has way more of a atmospheric vibe to it than the bland song in Blueberry. I mean, I genuinely kind of like the environment in Kitakami. I thought it was a well-designed, for the most part, map. I like the dark, forested area where, like, Mimikyu spawns and they had the Clefairy. Or at least I think that's where I got. Oh no, that might have been the base game. Over by where Grafii is. Alright, Piania's gamer Driftblim's going all the way. Wow, we've been killing it this has been like a perfect run. I mean, Kitakami, it was when they revealed it, it was still kind of like, wow, we're going from Spain back to Japan. But like the rice fields and like the bus stop, the little village, like it's charming. I think it's charming. All right, good job, Palo Sand. Wow, this Driftblim, this Driftblim never missed a single Will-O-Wisp. What a gamer. Wonder Room is such a pointless, like, why does that exist? Wow. Disposed of. That was the fastest run we've had in like forever. Holy shit. G frickin' G. MVP Driftblim. Yeah, that was like 10 minutes. That was legitimately like a 10-minute run. We speed running. Quick, where's my timer? Time. Bop-a-dee, bop-a-dee, bop. Alright, Nihiligo, come on home. Come on home, Nihiligo. Join the rest of your UB brothers and sisters. Ah, you fricker. You fricker. Nothing. What's up, everybody? We just completed our first warm-up run with Nihiligo, and it was honestly like the perfect run. So it's all downhill from here. Alright, let's get online. The 5-stream streak. Alright, feel free to join if you would like, or we will just keep doing solo runs if no one's around. I'll always wish that if everybody had their animations off, that's another thing that helps. Because I was just doing a solo run, so I didn't have the animations on, so it goes much faster. Play a cry, alright. Let's see what you roll. Huh. Who the frick was that? That must be a new gen Pokemon. I don't have this. Wow, I don't even have a guess. I don't even have a guess to who that was. Just that they're a new gen Pokemon. Alright, we got one more slot, if anyone wants it. Who was that? I want to know. Veluza? Wishy-washy? Mysterious third thing? I don't know. A bark? Was it Mash Chief? It's Pikachu! Yeah, that's actually, if you ever need help identifying Pokemon cries, oftentimes, especially with like early gens, like Gen 1, you can always tell the sound font gives it away. Yeah, maybe that was Mash Chief? Alright, we got a full lobby. So we started off with Nihilego. Who's next? Oh, the Goat Drifblim returns. Okay, this is a decent selection. Yeah, Dougie's good. Okay, okay. Deja vu! It's Nihilego again. Okay. Hey, that's fine with me. What's up, Sparkly? It's not Mash Chief? Who the frick was it? Got a random shiny Noibat and Abra? Nice. I still need to get Abra. Okay, we're gonna need to have Dedenne. I think Drifblim has an electric move. I don't like fighting Vaporeon because it's so tanky, but Glalie wasn't much better. See, like, when you hear Vaporeon's cry, it's like, oh yeah, that's a Gen 1-ass Pokemon. Complimentary. The Dynamax energy. What about something like Shroodle? Shroodle maybe? I feel like it was a stage 1 like new Pokemon. Drifblim continues to not miss, my goat. Also, one thing about the Gen 1 cries that's funny is that a lot of Pokemon share cries. They're either just slowed down or pitch shifted. I mean, some Pokemon just had identical cries, like Charizard and Rhyhorn. Slowbro, Machamp. I think Mewtwo and Parasect have the same cry, it's just shifted a little differently. Or something like that. Go Blim, go Blim, we love Blim. Vaporeon looks so unassuming before it gets sent a giant lightning bolt from the sky. Head empty, no thoughts. Good, that swagger is actually paying off. Go, my bees. Attack order should actually summon some Combee to, like, descend and attack the opponent. The cries that sound like real animals. I do like Cetitan's cry. But then I also I don't know, I like some of those and I don't like some of those. Like, Boltun's cry just being like a dog barking is boring. No, Dougie! Are you kidding me? We almost got through this entire match without Vaporeon touching Dougie. And with 1 HP left, it takes him down. Frick you, Vaporeon. Alright, what am I gonna catch you in? You dive. What's up, Yeti? We fought Nihilego in the first round, and we're fighting Nihilego in the second round. Yeah, Reshiram's cry is a dog barking. That's gotta... see, if I worked at Game Freak Chat, I would want that job. I would want to be the person that, like, goes out and finds little samples and turns them into a Pokemon cry. Like, that just seems like a lot of fun. It sure is an electric dog. A very boring one at that. Any of them matched? Okay, it's gotta be 8 then. Is it Sizzlepede? It wasn't like Roly-Coly, was it? Sharpedo has been in every game recently. Have you noticed that? He's everywhere. Doom used a camel cry. That's awesome. It's like the Prowler theme from Spider-Man. It's an elephant. It's an elephant cry. The brow. Get him, Dedenne. Who will win? One round little boy or a big shark? I feel like we're gonna get a new shark Pokemon in Gen 10. Maybe a bit closer to Wind and Waves release, chat. I'll make like we'll do like a bingo stream and I'll try to see if I can get some predictions for Gen 10. I love Dedenne. I wonder what direction they're gonna go with the Pikachu clone in Gen 10, chat. Any guesses or ideas? We just came off of Pawmot, which was a little bit different because it was a full evolutionary line. I would love to see like a mole or like a little shrew or something. Naked mole rat Pokemon when? Guess that's why he's a naked mole rat. A sponge Pokemon, yes! I would love a sponge. That would make all the most annoying people upset too. They'd be like, oh, they're really out of ideas. Thought it was an urchin. I mean, Sharpedo is Glassbones Greg, but Vespiquen can't really do much to Nihilego. Oh wow, Palossand returns. Gen 7, which was our last, like, island-themed gen, they gave us a lot of little sea creatures. We got Pukamuku and Marini. I'd say they should give something to Toxapex, but perhaps not. Perhaps not. That could be really bad. I like how they gave this Sharpedo Aqua Jet, as if it really needs a priority move with speed boost. A sea pineapple. Alright. That's just not nice of you, Palosan. And a crit? The crit might have mattered. Because Drifloon's bulky. A bamboo rat. We only have one kind of mole Pokemon, and that's Drillbur. I could put the rain on the field for Vaporeon. Is that a mustache? You know, I've never actually thought about it, but you might be right. Do we have to add Palosan to the mustachioed Pokemon list? He has a mustache made of shells. Somebody pointed out that Sharpedo and Crawdaunt both have the yellow star theming going on, and I wonder what that means. Oh yeah, Diglett. Diglett is just kind of a shape. Diglett, I don't think really, like, resembles a real animal. He's very cartoony, which I like that about Diglett. Okay, well, we just caught a Palosan last round, so let's do Dive Ball. I only have 554 of those. You'll know if they're shiny at the end of the run. Whack-a-mole. We only have 2 hearts. This could be a little scary. Nihilego is out for revenge. Hi, Nihilego. Welcome back. Sharpedo from certain angles definitely looks like it could be like a Lola Momola. They have the exact same type of shape. They're cut off. A Lola Momola. Alright, Palosan, get him. Get him, Big Sand. This stream has been brought to you by Big Sand. Good night, Cacturne. Have a good one. Ocean sunfish. I swear, every week on Twitter I see the picture of the ocean sunfish that just has a giant bite out of it. He's still chilling. He's chilling. Munch. Yes, go Palosan. It should have had a G-Max form where it's like a giant castle. It should have looked like, one of the castles in Sword and Shield. They taste bad. I don't think I would ever want to just, even if they were scrumptious. Wow, that's the best you got? That's the best you got, Nihiligo? You did. Ooh, the Dedenne landing the Thunder BM. GG's. 2 in a row, Nihiligo. Get out of here. Is it possible to lose against a UB? Yes, if it's Celesteela. If it's something like Celesteela, absolutely. Especially if one of the UBs gets a beast boost, it can snowball. Sometimes all it takes is... I think we lost one to Kartana because we didn't have any fire types. And Kartana got a beast boost and then just tore through the rest of our team. Nihiligo. Not nice. So that end screen there is where you would have seen if they were shiny or not. Alright, Nihiligo, who could be next? More Nihiligo, perhaps? I feel like we haven't seen Guzzlord in a while. Where's Guzzlord? I wouldn't mind if it was all UBs tonight. UB party. It's still weird to not have Tapu Koko in the lineup, and all the Lake Guardians are now off the board. Guzzlord is in Oak's lab. Alright, we got Greedent, Manectric, Tyrantrum. We'll take Manectric. I do have Lightning Rod, keep that in mind. No way. The Blim. Maybe it's actually Drifblim night, chat. Oh, it's Articuno! Okay. That's another Pokemon I've been wishing to show up again. Okay. Torkoal could be a little dangerous with a Alolan Sandslash. We gotta kill it quickly. Alright, it's Kuno time. RT of Kuno. Torkoal's 5 FPS smoke cloud. Blim heads. We love Blim! Drifblim is really fun in Pokopia. I put him on the ship, so sometimes when he leaves the ship, he just like flies through the air. It's fun. Manectric always has a fire move. Like, I feel like Mega Manectric should have been less a big thunderbolt and more like electric fire. That actually would have been sick. Come on, Tyrantrum, big money. Aw, the 2-pack. Unbelievable. Okay, we were just kidding, Torkoal. You didn't need to light my ass up. If I was part fire, I probably would have survived that. Aww. Aww. Torkoal and Pelipper would be major relevant threats. They have been for years, too. Torkoal is consistently good. Only Mr. Feast is allowed. Alright, Tyrantrum. Drop the big rock. Hit him with a giant rock. Oh my god, a giant rock. It's a rock, and it's giant. Boom. That, the aftermath of the attack looks like it would hurt us. Like, Driftblim and Alolan Sandslash look like they should have received damage from how close they were to the impact of the rock. I do not think we're safe enough of a distance away. I can't believe this Torkoal one-shot. I'm your Gen 3 brother! How could you do that to me? You're pretty close together in where you can find these Pokemon in Gen 3 as well. For shame. I should have used, like, Repeat Ball for Torkoal. The Jaundice Turtle. I hope they never put a Moongus in Pokemon Champions. I hope they don't. Alright, this is a very... We just need to try to get to the end with as little damage as possible, because this is already a winning formula. Yeah, Tauros has... Bulldozers? I want to say it has a ground move. Old Man Jenkins Fish. Look at Basculin's Underbite. It's... Thank goodness Basculegion exists. High horsepower? Yeah, that's right. I remember that it had a ground move. Tauros is pretty decent in Dynamax Adventures. I'd say it's one of the better... Would be in the higher tiers of Dynamax Pokemon. It's not bad. Anger Point can be scary, too. Sandslash. It kind of pisses me off that Alolan Ninetales is like an instant ice setter and immediately goes into like Aurora Veil. And what did they do for Alolan Sandslash? Triple miss Axel. There are some Garchomps in Champions chat that are actually running Endure to try to get around Triple Axel. That's really funny. You've Triple Axel'd my Garchomp for the last time! Punch the fish. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I mean, you don't even evolve. You're just the regular one, so who cares? Only Hisui Basculin can evolve into Basculegion. Triple Axel to get, you know, they like shook their fist. Adaptability. Was that Persian? I've been staring at it for like a minute trying to figure out who it is. I think it's Persian. Because both Persian and Alolan Persian are in Dynamax Adventures. Alright, we'll take the expert belt again. Meowscarada will be better when Amoonguss returns. Yeah, you know it's inevitable. I mean, the fact that Amoonguss has been in, like, every single game. Except for, like, BDSP and Let's Go. Games that exclude gens that didn't exist yet. Sometimes I miss Team Rocket being around just because I miss all the funny shots of Giovanni with in his many various weird setups they had in their fantasies. Giovanni flying away on Deoxys is one of the funniest things from the whole entire anime. There he goes. There goes my hero. Yeah, so some of those Giovanni fantasies definitely, that Beagle sins. I think a Moody Smeargle just won the last, VGC regional. Which, you know, that's fully on Game Freak for enabling Smeargle's bullshit. Moody should not even exist. It's such a anti-fun ability. We'll have a talking Meowth. Everybody thought about Bidoof and Babarrel. See, it makes me think of the Moody Glalie that I remember fighting in Sword and Shield singles, and it literally pissed me off so much I still remember it. Oh, TQ now. I feel like Manectric should have a skateboard. Just zoom around on a skateboard. I don't know particularly why I think that, but he should have a skateboard. Alright, let's go for Big Overheat. What's the whole list of Pokemon that get moody? I'm gonna look up. Pokemon Moody. Remoraid, Octillery, Smeargle, Snorunt, Glalie, Bidoof, Babarrel, and Scovillain. Oh, that's such a meme list. I forgot that Octillery had access to it. Shout out to Octillery. I am fond of Octillery. It's such a hard name, too. Artillery and Octopus. Octillery. 10 out of 10. No notes. What's up, Purple Pigman? First you mine and then you craft? I know. I wish Octazooka was better. Yeah, good job, Torkoal. Torkoal's a nimble guy. A nimble turtle. Octillery does look so chill. I still vividly remember the... Oh man, pressure kind of taking its toll right now. I still remember the episode with Octillery from... I say it was either the Orange Islands or somewhere in Gen 2, obviously. And at one point the Octillery gets like shamed and goes and hides in a pot. And it has this like cute little voice. Bonk. GG's. It was your favorite Pokemon? That's an enlightened choice. Remoraid is pretty rare too in Gen 2. Interestingly enough, a lot of the water Pokemon in Gen 2 are kind of rare. Because all the oceans are just filled with Tentacool.
Became paralyzed.
Imagine if that happened right after we paralyzed Articuno. Yes, Meryl is also rare in Gen 2, yup. You right. Mantine is fairly rare. Corsola, Chinchou are not the most common. Again, you're mostly just, you're gonna find Tentacool and Tentacruel in like every body of water in all of Gen 2. Garbodor. I was watching somebody play Champions earlier, and Vanilluxe is actually a pretty good anti-meta pick. He was getting some... his Vanilluxe was actually performing way better than I thought it would. It was tanking nasty hits. It was dealing out big blizzards and freeze dries on all the annoying water types that are running around. Alright, Nihilego, Articuno, Guzzlord! Yay! He's back! And I have Alcremie, it's already over. We need to get there as the safest route as possible. We already got this in the bag. Shuckle. Love some Shucky. Oh, happy May 1st! May Day. Day of May. Strudgigon. Would you like a delicious slice of cake, Drudgigon? Its flavor is pain. No mercy. Yes, chat, I'm aware other people live in other places of the world, but for me, it's May. Get him, Al Creamy. Like that it summons like a whirlwind. A giant like hurricane force underneath the attack. It's gonna be May. May the 4th. Well, I'm not a Star Wars fan, so no. Yeah, that Yoshi game comes out this month. Yeah, that's gonna be a pass for me. Sure wish we could get a Nintendo Direct sometime soon, cause whew. Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS. I feel like they're probably gonna have another Luigi's Mansion one of these days. Like, it would not surprise me if that was the case. We're coming up on Summer Game Fest, which is basically the replacement for E3. Rest in peace. We'll probably get some news there, but Nintendo likes to do their own thing, so they won't be giving us news there. They hate physical card gamers, yes. It's very obvious how it isn't just Nintendo either. Sony, they're all pushing for digital games. Luigi's Hotel. Hotel Luigi. I'd stay there. Is doomed. Jeff Keighley walks out, just says everything is on fire, and then walks away. Goes, shit's fucked, fam. And then he evaporates. Yes, we have to see Intimidate pop up on every single Pokemon. I still miss E3. It was such a highlight at the end of the school year. As soon as school was out, that's when all the E3 conferences would happen. I kind of just miss like the live like the stage shows too. Like they definitely have more of a unique energy to them than the just straight digital presentations. Yeah, Pokopia being a game key card only, I honestly think shot them in the foot. Like, this is one of your main franchises and it's game key card only? Why? Got a shiny Milotic, nice. Yeah, I didn't buy it physically either. I mean, physically. You're just getting a plastic case. I also think it's honestly confusing for consumers. There's one thing about the Switch 2 is that I feel like everything that they've announced and introduced for the Switch 2, Nintendo is kind of introduced in a clumsy way. Like, I still remember, I think it might have been the Direct that revealed the Switch 2, and they just had the two guys talking about it, and it was just kind of incoherent. To me, it just felt incoherent. Alright, we got the Toad and... is that Durant? Is that Kevin? No, it's Stunfisk. G Stunfisk. What's up, Rescue Squad? Happy May! Merry May. You can't play your game without the... I didn't even know that. I don't have any game key cards, so I didn't even know that. You have to have the card? Why? Yeah, it's not, again, it's not just Nintendo. Sony and Xbox are pushing for, like, cloud gaming and all that similar type of stuff. It's very blatant. Palitoad. Oh, I have Magical Leaf. Catch these leaves, Mr. Toad. All the inconvenience of physical... Yeah, that's so dumb. That's genuinely... so stupid. Gotten so many shiny toads. Toad, 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 toad. Oh, you got DC'd. It's not a Dynamax night unless that happens at least once. Yeah, sometimes I've bought digital games and it's like, shit, I wish this was a physical game because I would sell it. There's definitely a few times where I've bought a digital game where it's like, oh man. Definitely, well, I'm mostly talking about Animal Crossing New Horizons. Oh, what a waste of money. A waste of money. Regigon just went brrrr. Possible direct in June. Well, it's been like 8 months since the last full, like, actual Nintendo Direct. I'm not talking like indies or any of that. So I feel like, you know, unless Nintendo just wants to sit on their ass all year, June is probably the time. They better show us some good shit. Waiting like almost a year for a frickin' Direct. I wanna see some exciting new games, please. Announce a price increase? Oh my god. Don't care for indies on consoles? I don't either, Ash. All of my indies live in my Steam account. Guzzy. Guzz Guzz. I saw a few articles that apparently Nintendo is shopping around the rights to a Metroid movie. I hope they have Miles McKenzie in it. Please, oh please. Alright, it's been nice knowing you guys, Lord. Yeah, we need to know Nintendo's holiday lineup, because they don't really have much of anything right now. And you know they love that sweet, sweet Christmas cash. I love Pokemon that have two faces on them. That's such a cool design element, just in general. Well, that just happened. Did anybody see the new Resident Evil movie trailer? I thought it looked pretty interesting. I feel like if there's a Metroid movie, Samus has to speak. I just don't believe a world where they'd have a silent protagonist. Yeah, I thought it looked cool too. For a second I was like, what the hell are those pixels on the screen? But it was the top of Alcremie's G-Max sprite. I was staring at the screen, I'm like, is something wrong here? But no, it's the tippy top of Alcremie's sprite. Will Link speak in the movie? Link? I do think it's a bit different with Link, because you could surround him with other characters, like maybe Zelda. I don't know. That's a great question. GG's. I went the wrong way. Frick. MCU. No, please don't turn Link into a quipper. GG's. Nope. 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 Dang it. We've had to have done a lot of Guzzlord rounds at this point. Also, just in time for ads. So, Twitch ads are going to play, chat, but you're not going to miss anything because we're just going to be in the lobby. I don't know if I'd say quipper as much as annoying. And that's mostly the cartoon show. Gee, I sure can't wait to bomb some Dodongos. Link in the cartoon says, "Oh boy, it's smoochin' time." That's a real quote from the show. Everybody always talks about the "excuse me, princess," but nobody ever talks about that line. Actually, that's not true. People do bring it up because it's very funny. Yeah, that Link should have been jailed. He is overstepping his boundaries a little too much. Yeah, CDI Zelda is iconic. I love her. You killed me. Good. Smile. Sailing the seven seas. Yeah, the delivery really sells it. Good. Her face, too, the way they animated it, where she's, like, smirking. It's great stuff. The CDI games actually have some good musical tracks. Like, there's some genuinely good bops in the CDI games. I wonder who they're gonna... What's Ganondorf gonna look like? We've seen what Link and Zelda look like. What are they gonna do for our boy G-Dorf? I was so disappointed with how little they ended up doing with Ganondorf in Tears of the Kingdom. CGI? Oh, that would be sad. Jared Leto. Alright. We got Relicanth, Female Unpheasant, and our friend Pelly. Arnie isn't Mr. Schwarzenegger? Chrono Trigger need a remake or remaster? I'm surprised Square hasn't pulled the, pardon the pun, trigger on that one, because that's such a beloved franchise. Alright, we got Jellicent. Psychic! Okay, so this could be Solgaleo. It could be Latios, or Lugia. There's a lot of psychic legendaries. There's a lot. Took down a lot of Chrono Trigger projects. That doesn't surprise me. Square is too busy shooting themselves in the foot every day. Punching themselves in the face. Big old Jellicent. Nice side profile on Glalie. Make sure to get my good side. I actually still need Jellicent for my living deck, so listen, buddy. Feel free to show up shiny. Feel free, big fella. I'm gonna need to pick up Frillish at some point, too. Or maybe I have Frillish. I can't remember. I'd have to look through my list again. I will say for the Metroid movie, it would be cool to see Ridley on the big screen. Can't say he's too big anymore. Oak's Insane Asylum. Yeah, next time we play Fire Red Leaf Green chat, I'm going to probably, unless we have a Hail Mary Shiny Miracle, we're gonna go over odds for Nidoran Male. We hit 8K last night. Don't throw water on Matang. Leave him alone. Ridley be post-credits sequel bait. I'm not super. Again, I'm not a Metroid head, so I don't know what other big villains they could bring in. But I feel like Ridley is the most iconic. They gotta do Ridley. Ridley, 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 Ridley. 2 months on Charmander. There's several people in chat are still stuck in the lab. Many of you have said that. That sucks. That sucks so bad. Oh yeah, Kraid. The big belly guy. Rub my belly. Kraid says, wash my belly. That's probably one of my favorite Smash stages. They couldn't have given Jellicent a ghost move, huh? If they were like, Jellicent's too good, don't give him a ghost move. No ghost stab for you. Dark Samus? Oh, I could see them doing Dark Samus. Everybody loves a good doppelganger villain. It was me, Barry. Some might say I'm the reverse. Throws you off in den sometimes. Yeah, it's like, would it have killed them to put a ghost move on some of these Pokemon or stab moves, especially Pokemon like Cramorant? I mean, Cramorant has dive, but that's so bad. I think they were a little too mean to some of the more not great Pokemon that they put in Max. Oh, Thaunt? I love Reverse Flash. He's probably my favorite DC villain. He's a real hater in his core, and I respect that. Also, I love Tom Cavanaugh's performance in the CW show. Trickster. Trickster's fun. Yeah, something about all the DC, like, gorilla characters, 10 out of 10 across the entire board. We have a psychic type at the end of this den. We've fought Nihilego, Articuno, and then we just came off of a Guzzlord round. Get out of here, Gorgeist. Here, I can Weather Ball. Haven't picked up anything since Azelf as far as legendaries go. My last shiny in DA was Toxicity. So this is either going to be Latios, Lugia, or Solgaleo. Are all the psychics that I have left. Shadow Sneak? What are you, a Mimikyu? A Mimiqua? I wish I got Palkia. I wish. I freaking wish I had Palkia. I feel like it's gonna be Latios. It's gonna be one of the Latis. Damn, we're barely hanging in here. Poor Pelly only has 13 HP. Your shiny hunted Palkia in BDSP, good luck. It certainly is not that much fun to fight in Dynamax Adventures. As I always say, Water Dragon is just deadly typing. Those two types cover for so many different weaknesses. Alright, Talonflame, Gloom... Linoon? Dubwool? That might be Dubwool. Yeah, water's bulky, a dragon is... Exactly. The most resilient of types. Behind maybe, like, steel. Which is the typing that Dialga has. I'm very glad I got Dialga in, like, I think 24 rounds it was. That's why our Chaladon is so good. People were making memes before Champions... Or right when Champions came out that our Chaladon was going to be working at McDonald's, putting fries in the bag. No. A 600 stat behemoth beast with 3 good abilities and an impressive move pool. He was never going anywhere. Our Chaladon is that bridge. It's funny when a Pokemon gets nerfed and then some people in the community act like it's immediately gonna be just dead. Dead on arrival. People said that about Incineroar losing knockoff, which Incineroar I think has dropped off a little bit, but it's still Incineroar. A meta response to meta. Dynamax and Champions when? I don't know. That's a good question. That'll be crazy. I wonder what will come first. Z moves or Dynamaxing? Bridge boys. People are upset Firecat is too OP. Oh, they are. Incineroar has a legion of haters. Incineroar has multiple different groups that don't like it. It has a lot of VGC players that just are sick of it. They don't like it. They have people that don't like that it's a bipedal furry cat man. people who liked Litten and were disappointed by what it evolved into. There's like multiple different levels to all the haters of Incineroar. Yeah, some people don't like its candy cane ass shiny. It's ho ho ho, Merry Christmas shiny. Oh, it's Galeo. Okay. So Galeo. Yes, that's true, CB. People don't like him in Smash either. All the Smash people hated Incineroar. Yeah, I don't mind the shiny. I think there are, actually, like, shiny... It's probably, like, shiny Primarina, shiny Decidueye, shiny Incineroar is my ranking, but I like all three. They're better than the shinies that 8 have, anyway. So Galeo. A Let Kid. Worst shiny of all time. See, I would never play Incineroar in Smash because its recovery is so butt. What's up, everybody? If you're just joining, you're just in time for our first Solgaleo round. We fought a lot of UBs tonight, Articuno. And now we're fighting the Lion. Do I think Smeargle will be in Champions? Probably at some point. That's actually a good question. How is Smeargle gonna work? Because you have to use Sketch. Interesting. I didn't even think about that. How is Smeargle gonna work? Are they gonna have just like predetermined movesets on the recruitment page, perhaps? Like, how do you put moves on Smeargle in Champions? Falco. I always loved Falco. Fox is one of my favorite characters, too. Shit, I'm dropping stuff. No, don't attack Laylee. Alright. You found a Shalfa Elekid in PLA? That's hilarious. I like Bowser. Bowser's my favorite ever since Melee. Bowser's been my favorite character in Smash. Okay, that was actually a really good heal. Good night, Purple Pikmin. Have a good one. Second worst in Melee. Well, I'm not a sweaty professional player, so that's fine. How is Bowser not a peak design? Hello? Bowser is such a cool looking character. Well, frick, now I don't have any thing to really deal with Solgaleo here. Wow, that did... Oh no. Ooh, come on, team. Come on, Relicanth, we need a big hit. We need a big hit right now. God, we have no damage. We have no damage output. I'm not even seeing the HP bar move. Come on, Jellicent. Oh my god, this is death by 1,000 paper cuts. Oh, are you serious? No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That should be GG. Woo! GG. That got a little scary at the end there. GG's. We had to claw and kick our way to that victory there. Yeah, I hope in the next Smash game they just fully redo Kirby's entire moveset. Alright, Solgaleo, are you gonna be a big red lion? Alex the Red Lion? Nope. Oh! Happy Halloween? Happy Halloween! On the first day of May, we got a shiny pumpkin! Oh, that's lovely. Anyone else? Aw, it's been so long since I've had a 2-pack. Yeah, we got a shiny pumpkin. Okay. What's up, Gorgeist? Shiny pumpkin. Let's take a look. Mr. Shiny Pumpkin. I like that it has the ability pick up. You think you're Zigzagoon. Naive. A naive pumpkin. Nice. Oh wow, this is the end of this shiny box for all my Dynamax shinies. So Gorgeist, Tox, Azelf. Those are my last 3 shinies. Alright, let's go again. Yeah, is it really supposed to be just like a trick-or-treater joke? Is it a trick-or-treater joke? Trick or treat. You've never had a double? I had shiny Boldor and Tornadus. And I had shiny Musharna and Pheromosa. I've had it happen twice. I think I've had one instance where it was 2 shinies, but not a legendary. It was maybe like Golurk and... Oh, it was maybe 2 Gen 5 Pokemon? Golurk and... Oh, it was Golurk and Beartic. That's right. That was not too long ago. I got both a Golurk and a Beartic. Hi. Shiny Sceptile and Cherrim. Easiest choice of all time. Yeah, it was definitely between Golurk and Beartick, which I took Golurk. I feel like that's the much better choice. Yeah, unfortunately, Cherrim just has a very... It's kind of part of a group in the middle of Gen 4's Pokedex that kind of all have bad shinies. Let's take the Mime. Alright, so... Nihilego times 2 Articuno, Guzzlord, and then we just saw Solgaleo. Who are next? A dragon! Oh boys, this could be Latios, Zygarde, Palkia, I think are all the dragons I have left. Oh, and Guzzlord, that's true, and Guzzlord. Sometimes I forget. I primarily think of Guzzlord as a dark type. A not fully evolved Pokemon in DA. Some are better than others, for sure. Like, I think Marshtomp is a really good choice. One of the better not fully evolved Pokemon in DA. Who else? There's a few. I mean, I'm using Mr. Mime. We gotta put up this light screen immediately. Looks very undragon-like. Yeah, I definitely think of it as just mostly dark. Get him, Cradily. Did they ever have Stack Attacka in the Gen 7 anime? What did if they did, what did it sound like? Was it a nightmare? Maybe did they have Blacephalon? Did they have either of the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon UVs? Well, they had Poipole, of course. Yeah, the UBs are great. I would love to see them come back in Gen 10. Yes, I could never forget Guzzlords in the anime because every single time we see it, people bring it up. I could never forget it. Haha, funny Guzzlord scream. More damage from being poisoned. I love for poison types to get... So that'd be nice for them. What's up, Shadow? Alright, well, Alcremie is definitely one of Dynamax's best and brightest. We're already down one heart. Even after the light screen, too. I feel like they made Max Ooze too poor. Like, they made it kind of cruddy. You're almost 5 times odds for Lugia? Oh no, my condolences. Dang, I feel like everybody's kind of going through it right now. So many people over odds, trapped in Oak's lab. I hope you can all be freed soon. Get your shiny. You're a method hunter? Alright, that's Duraludon. Jeez. I've seen so much Archaludon because of Champions, I kind of forgot Duraludon existed. Haven't seen you in so long, buddy. Ooh, this is kind of bad. I think this is our first run tonight with really, truly bad RNG. We're not getting very many good picks. Yes, of course. If you're dealing with Ansha, then even more so. Good luck. If you're making donuts. Actually, don't you run... You have, like, Flamethrower. We're gonna set up the screens. Yup. Yup. Are you serious? You hit it in the sun and you confused me? That is some bullshit. That is nasty. That's nasty work, Talonflame. Let's Icy Wind this fool. The Torkoal trainer. I love everybody's custom characters in Sword and Shield. Everybody always looks unique and fun. Man, I hope customization in Weewa is good. It seems like it's kind of a one step forward, one step back, one step forward, one step back. Like, we had great customization in Sword and Shield, and then they went back because of all the school uniforms in Gen 9, and then we had good customization in PLZA, and then bad customization in Champions. What are we gonna get for Gen 10? I missed. That's a really big bird. How did you miss that? Oh yeah, I always forget about BDSP customization. I don't even think those games needed customization. Is that a hot take? Like, Dawn, I would have just been fine playing as Dawn. Yeah, I agree. It did feel shoehorned in. It's like I'll just play as Dawn. Like, that's fine. Weren't being very faithful to Diamond and Pearl now, were they? Remember when Masuda said that customization would always just be a X and Y thing? That's one of my favorite quotes of his that's aged like milk. Love that one. Yeah, being able to have your own skin tone is definitely a plus. No game corner. Yeah, it's always because of PEGI, the EU. There's certain places that don't like gambling in video games, even though it's not real money. Loot boxes are a-okay, but fake gambling for Pokecoins in Pokemon games, illegal. I don't mind Voltorb Flip. I think the thing that just kind of saddens me is that, like, the Japanese got the original Game Corner. It's like, if you're gonna replace the Game Corner, do it for everybody with the same thing. Like, don't have one... Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm missing out. I'm having FOMO. Why do they get to have the Game Corner and I don't? I don't live in a country that makes those rules. Why you gotta make it my problem? And again, as somebody that grew up playing Gen 1, Gen 2, blah blah blah, all the original gens of Pokemon, you go to the game corner and you get your shit rocked. Like, I never won anything. Honestly, it's more of a don't gamble, kids. Cause I never won anything. Like, it was so hard to get the 777. So, accurate depiction of gambling in my book. Beautyfly Psychic. Beautyfly stocks are up. Alright, we've got 3 hearts. We're kind of low HP. Let's see who we're dealing with. Abysmal time gambling in yellow. Yeah, it's terrible. Like, the game corner is not gonna fill you with dopamine unless you're very, very lucky. Oh, it's Palkia. I'll Creamy take the wheel. I'm gonna set up both screens here. Stop. And it got the 10%! Are you kidding me? Ancient Power is some BS. Ancient Power is such shit. Palkia is always getting the 10%. Palkia is always getting the 10%. Always. What a bum. Well, joke's on you, Palkia. You get a form and a game after this with no arms, so who's laughing now? They took your arms. Every now and then I think of that Wario meme where he goes, "They took my ass, I can't shit." Oh, I love Wario. Funny guy. I think it was it Mario Kart World? They downgraded his dumpy. Unforgivable sin. Bow, bow, bow. Don't. If it got another 10%, I would have gone nuclear. Oh, I can't believe it opened up with Ancient Power, then immediately got the 10%. That's just instant disadvantage. I know, Clown. Things are very odd. Okay, I did not get Reflect up yet. Because it will activate Aqua Tail now. Oh, and I can't. Oh, Mime, you're so freaking slow! You're moving and grooving on the field, and yet you're slow as shit! I could have saved Cradily! Stop! No! Fuck! Mime, you're fucking garbage. Oh, no, actually you're garbage, Palkia. What a surprise. The first Palkia of the night, and it pulls some bullshit. What a surprise. Masuda hunting Fue Coco. I was able to hatch a Fue Coco. Fue Coco was a friend of the stream. I think it took me like 15 eggs. I've had really good luck hatching fire starters. I mean, I was too slow to even get the Reflect up, so it didn't... Moot point. Mr. Mime was too busy dancing while Palkia cut down everybody else on the team. Alright, chat, give me 1 second. Alright, let's see who's next. Cinchino, Cram, and Crustle. I guess we'll take Crustle. We haven't seen a Lati tonight. Which is funny because there's 2 of them in the pool. Alright, another dragon. And did the board give us anything to work with? No. No, it really didn't. We really needed somebody. A Jolteon would have been really good there. I feel like we haven't. We fought Vaporeon earlier, but we haven't seen any other EVs. Alright, Grovyle. Can we bring back the Dex completion crown? I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't such an item in Scarlet Violet. It would be such a fun and easy way to engage players by having goals and like achievements unlock clothing. And they've dabbled in that a little bit, but not nearly enough. Champions has a lot of achievements, and ZA did a lot of that, at least with the ranked stuff. So maybe they'll have something like that in Gen 10, maybe. Or maybe that's hard cope. I mean, I'm not saying it has to necessarily be like a crown, but a cool, unique, rare item for completing the dex is a great reward. Also, Spain has had lots of kings and queens, chat. Spain's monarchy has quite a history, in fact. The British are not the only people that have kings and queens. A jewel-encrusted Rotom Dex. Okay, we've been given every flavor of Stunfisk tonight. Both Galarian and regular. No one ever expects the Spanish Inquisition. I understood that reference. Oh boy, Unpheasant. Janet, you shouldn't have. Janet, you shouldn't have. Against a Stunfisk. Wow. She's our op tonight. She never gives us a good Pokemon. She always goes, here's some Garbo. Good luck. Died for Slowbro's sins. All right. I know, it's always Cramorant. In a weird twist of fate, Pelipper from Gen 3 is one of the most goated birds. Oh, great, I get static too. Awesome. Yippee. The newer gen Pokemon in Cramorant is awful, but Pelipper is a god. Magikarp with Splash. Oh, look at Stunfisk in the camera. Ooh, there he is. He's so shadowed. Vileplume! Is Gen 10 the generation where they finally give something to the Oddish family? Gyarados is everywhere now. Everyone wants to copy Gary. I saw a really cool Fakemon. I can't remember if it was a Mega or just a regular evolution, but it was a water fire dugong form that kind of leaned into like a circus performer. It was very cool. Sunflora. I'd love to see Sunflora get something. I'm hopeful for Ledian. Ledian's my real Gen 2 pick that I want to see get something. Venomoth, Parasect, Cloyster doesn't have anything either. I still can't believe the Slowpoke family is in ZA and there's no Cloyster. How do those guys evolve? Oh, you got a Shalfa Halucha? Nice. This MF paralyzed almost the entire team. Is that Palpitoad? We got Palpitoad right on these nuts and Diggersby. The 5-star Pokemon. That's just like the Yu-Gi-Oh card 4-star Ladybug. How funny. Gengar debonded you? Aw, rip. Gengars are more often than not running like little tricky, nasty moves now. They're gonna go for Will-O-Wisp or debond you instead of just sludge waving. Medical League. They should add Surfetch to champions. Alright, Pangoro. Man, my stomach hurts. Get in there and punch Palpy. I guess it would depend on how raids are gonna work in Gen 10. Generic champions team. I watched a video by one of the Japanese players that made it to rank 1. And he was using the most interesting team. Oh, we talked about this yesterday. He put out a video about it, and I listened to it through YouTube's auto-dubbing, and the auto-dubbing was cracking me up. It referred to one of the Pokemon as a giant elephant. There were no elephant Pokemon either. The YouTube auto-dubbing is interesting. It kept translating Infernape to just monkey. Monkey. Actually, that reminds me. I was gonna look up Halucha's name because he was using Halucha. Yeah, Luchable. It sounded so much like Lunchable to me. Halucha's Japanese name is Luchable. Okay, it actually got that one correct. Hey, Wolfmaster, thanks for the raid. You guys are just in time for another Palkia fight. No. Most unfortunate. Are we gonna lose to Palkia twice in a row here? Luchable. To get rid of YouTube auto dub. For the most part, it sounded it seemed like it was doing an okay job, but with some Pokemon names and some of the things he said, it was definitely cracking me up a little bit. Monkey. Do not backseat, chat. Dang, that's unlucky. That is unlucky. What's up, Hatman? All the people running bulky Sylveon in Champions, ugh. Vileplume and Pangoro are doing decent hits. Killvion, the Sylveon. I've seen a few teams to have both a bulky Sylveon and Umbreon, which is truly evil. Already paralyzed, so we don't need to try to go for a para. Hydreigon. Hydreigans are always gonna be scarfed and you know what they're gonna do and they hit the field and kill you anyway. Okay, good. That's a good roll. Okay. Come on. A Coliseum-themed team. That would be fun. Yeah, Palpito! GG. Good. That's what you get, Palkia. That's what you get. Now, here's where I'd use a Love Ball. If I had one, so we're gonna catch you in a Beast Ball. Yeah, I don't know how we pulled this off. I don't know how we did it, but GG. We take those. We take those. Alright. Grovyle? No. Stunfisk? No. Palps? No. Oh, Palkia. You make me so sad. You know who I need to shiny hunt at one point, chat? I need to get Timpole. I don't have it. I got Palps and I got Seismitoad. Whoops. Brago. Oh, you got the Latios scan? Good luck. I think Latios is probably one of the easiest of the legendaries to shiny hunt in CA. I mean, they're all pretty easy. Oh, you got shiny Grovyle. Nice. I've gotten one shiny tonight. It was Gourgeist. Also, perfect time for ads. Ads are gonna play, chat. They played it so we could turn off pre-rolls. You won't miss anything. See ya on the flip side. I think Terrakion was the most annoying one because you had to go use the Hollow Vader and get close enough to spawn Terrakion in. Terrakion was... It took me the longest, too. Coincidentally. Least favorite movement, and then... It took the longest. It was fun catching Terrakion in a Beast Ball, though, I will say. Alright, one more slot if anyone wants it. Code is on the screen. Virizion. Virizion was such a quick one for me. Maybe that's why. Which a few people, I want to say a few people in chat told me that they thought Virizion was kind of annoying. Yeah, you have to kind of fly blind when you reset for Virizion. And again, they're pretty fast hunts in Sword and Shield, too. The camp reset method was so quick. Alright, we got Azumarill, Slowking, and Garb. Yeah, William's coming along. Yeah, Virizion is the one where the donut took like 2 hours. Oh, I still remember that. That was trash. Oh, you're fighting somebody who has an Aurorus Enlightened choice. All right, another dragon. Latios, Latios, Guzzlord, Palkia, Zygarde. Yeah, I wonder if they thought about making like a shiny curry. Oof. Je bouffalant. I actually need this shiny. I'm missing quite a few Gen 5 friends, so listen, Boof. You want to be big shiny, I'd be big appreciatory. I love Azumarill. Azumarill. I like both Bouffalant and Tauros. Bouffalant makes me think of Alder a lot because I think it's one of his it's one of his ace Pokemon, so I think about Alder. A Mega Meowstic? Wow, what an enlightened gamer. What an enlightened gamer. Which, chat, I got a resource for all my champions gamers. If you ever wonder about the speed tiers, there you go. Peak Analytics has all of the Pokemon in the meta and what their speed is. Man, they made Greninja and Delphox so freaking fast. They're insanely fast. Like base 142 for Greninja Mega and then base 134 for Delphox. That's ridiculous. And then you have Chestnut. And then you have old Chestnut. I saw somebody using a Scarfed Gallade that I thought was fun. I really liked using Gallade in ZA's ranked. Especially since there's so many Kangaskhans and Lopunnies running around. You like that format? Yeah, I like it a lot too. I really wish they supported it more than they did. I'm still thinking about that bulletproof Chestnut that hard countered my Toucannon. That was some insane bullshit. It wasn't even Mega either, it was just Chestnut. I don't think I've run into a single TR team in singles, which, good. I have not run into a single Trick Room team. Alright, William. What you gonna get? The Dene. Actually not bad. Okay. Not bad. Could have been worse. William will dump the Dedenne, probably. He'll probably take this. Frickin' Eldegoss. Doing Ockerberry donuts. It took me like how many resets did it take to get my shiny Shalfa Staryu, shiny Staryu, my Shalfa Staryu, Granny Plant. I always think of Eldegoss as like the humble farmer. It ain't much, but it's honest work. First Corviknight, I wish that was my champion's experience. Yeah, before Weavile. They couldn't even get Sneasel's color consistent. He went through a few different colors in Gen 2 as well. He used to be brown. I also saw somebody running Tyranitar with Ice Punch, and I was like, ooh. They're baiting me with my favorite boys. Gallade and Tyranitar, just like the good old days. Eldegoss reminds you of a Digimon? Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it's unbelievable how much damage a King Gambit Sucker Punch can do. Ice Punch T-Tar in this economy? It's 1 in 100 if you have the charm, and 1 in 300 if you don't. So, quite good. I actually think this is one of the most balanced shiny hunting methods they have ever come out with. For the amount of work that you put in and those odds, I think it's the perfect combo. Eldegoss. Gossifleur definitely reminds me of like a Digimon rookie. Like that would be Palmon's friend. Oh no. Oh no. William, you're sabotaging us, you little fucker. He just took away Bouffalon's Sap Sipper. Ugh. And we're getting effects board. Are you serious? I forgot that Dedenne had entrainment. The NPCs just have no... Oh God, would it have killed them to program them with a little tiny bit of intelligence? This is so frustrating. It's been a while since we've had an NPC try to sabotage us like this. Hard to get the new megas going in singles, yeah. I think Frostlass is kind of underrated. I think you can I think you can set up Mega Frostlass pretty easily. Wow, this thing is just going for +6 defense. Stop! He went for entrainment when I'm in the air! Crit, 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 crit. Damn, we really needed a crit. Oh, this... Oh, no! It really is like I'm playing champions right now. Are you kidding? No! We're gonna lose Boof to poison. Oh, this is so unfortunate. We're nothing... I got nothing here. And I'm sleeping. Yeah, we need a crit. We needed a crit. That would have certainly helped. That's crazy. Not only were we fighting a cotton guarding Eldegoss, we had an NPC try to sabotage us the entire time. We actually need William to get rid of this Dedenne, because he's just gonna keep doing it. He's gonna keep doing this. Well, we're gonna get entrainment again. Oh boy. Cryogonal is not to be trifled with. Watch all this just to be Palkia. Nothing but Palkia. Trifle we must. Where's your Mega, my friend? Oops, all Palkia. The Palk. Don't miss this, Azumarill. Oh, I hate fighting Aegislash in champs. I especially hate all the ones that have King's Shield. Yep, here we go again. Oh my goodness. No! I mean, not that Cryogonal has any physical attacks to trigger Effect Spore, but... just attack! The NPCs, they love being cute. They love going for non-attacking moves. We've had rounds where the NPCs haven't attacked a single time. That's how poorly they're programmed. William's a traitor. You got it already, Dragoon? Nice! That was easy. Come on, Azu. Big hits, big hits. Shinies begin to lose value? Yes. When they're distributed like Mega Rayquaza was, I do think they lose value. Jeez, we are all yellow. Oh no. We gotta do something, Azumarill. Yeah, I don't hate Cryogonal shiny. They have the demon. Eternal Floette is no joke. Oh, don't go for Reflect. What the frick? No. No, William, stop! Who did he even target with that one? William's just gonna sit here and go for entrainment the entire match. Synthesis spam? I've seen a few Volcaronas go for Morning Sun. That's evil. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Stop doing this, William. William, you had one job. You had one job. Yeah, usually the Floettes run Draining Kiss for HP recovery. Running any more recovery than that is... odd. What are they cooking? I mean, the Dedenne provides more value to us attacking than screwing around with our abilities. Especially when it took Sap Sipper away against a grass opponent. Like, that's so bad. Okay, we got some berries. We got some berries. Okay, we have 4 hearts. Okay, let's see who this is. Ah, speaking of Latios. She's here. We were due to see one of them tonight. Alright, Latios. She is the more annoying one to fight because she can change her type. I think Latios is definitely an easier fight. Zen Headbutt. Oh! Who's laughing now, Latios? How the turntables. Effect Sport just gave us a huge dub. You little twerp. The Mon that kissed the Pokemon protagonist? Yes. Yes. Yep, he's going for it again. He's going for it again. Come on, Cryogonal. Big hit. Give him all your little snowflake heart has. Oh, he went for substitute. Why? Just attack! William's allergic to attacking. He's a pacifist. He's going for the pacifist run. Dragon Breath. Nobody wants your stank breath, Latios. Good job, Azumarill. Ooh, good crit. Dedenne, you have the move Dazzling Gleam? Which would be great. Just go for like a little Dazzling Gleam. Little Gleam Gleam. Alright. Gee, wow, Latias kind of laid down and died in that fight. Did she even go for... She didn't even change her type the whole match. What did I catch Latias? I think I went for Safari Ball. Let's do Beast Ball. Debonded your Primarina. I hate Destiny Bond. If I could take Destiny Bond out of the game, I would. Gallade can run Destiny Bond. It's a cool sounding move, though. But when it gets used against me, it makes me sad. Alright, no boof, no goss, no cry, no... Os. Dang, I really needed Bouffalant. Meowscarada swept. Yeah, Meowscarada's very good. Sky Uppercut. That makes me think of Blaziken. I can't wait for Blaziken. As soon as Blaziken comes to Champions, Scizor better watch its back. We going full Blaze. Akin. Actually, I'm pretty excited to run Mega Swampert, too. Mega Swampert impressed me a lot in ZA Ranked. That thing hit like a truck. Alright, Luxray, Magneton, Octillery. Take Magneton. Also, Magnezone. Can we have Magnezone? Please? So we can get in the zone. Really want to use Blaziken in Champions? Me too. Alright, who we have? Oh no. Well, this could be Articuno, this could be Lugia, or this could be Celesteela. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think the YouTube bot doesn't like links. You could post in the Twitch chat. Bamboo Rocket for the funny. Celesteela, they went above and beyond to make Celesteela such a spectacular Pokemon. Alright, well, don't burn my Magneton down. This is scary. Don't burn my magnets, please. Okay, good. Luxray's got it. A crowd on Booper. Nice. I do change Booper up for certain occasions. When I play Champions, Booper gets a Rocky helmet. Here, I can demonstrate. Boom. Hat. I'm wearing a hat now. Yeah, I always do seasonal boopers. The land alternative of Pelipper. They're such a dynamic... They're both so good. Hisui Gudra's fun. Yeah, it is a fun Pokemon. Tis the season for a Rocky Helmet. La 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 la. There's also the ever-elusive, exclusive shiny Booper. Indeedee. As soon as Indeedee comes back, Armarouge stocks are going up. You think Cerulege and Armarouge would be besties with each other? No. Armarouge is besties with Indeedee. Oh, Whopper, 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 Whopper. I know, I love the beta designs, clearly. I always miss that little tiger cub, too. That really cute little yellow tiger cub that was part of the beta sprites. Baby Meowth and Vulpix were really cute. Yeah, Beta Octillery and Remoraid, where Remoraid was just a gun. I feel like you could have Octillery get like a form that resembles its original look. Like, what's wrong with that? What, we can't have a octopus tank in a video game? That's too extreme? Oh boy, Duraludon and Golduck. Yuck. Bringing Mega Absol Z. I think Mega Absol Z is gonna get sharpness. That's my not professional opinion. Every new Mega just gets Mold Breaker. Lucario Z, congratulations, Mold Breaker. I actually think Lucario Z is very scary. There's a lot of Mega Lucarios running around at the top of the ELO right now, and I've seen both physical and special Lucarios. Depending on what they give Lucario Z, that might be a monster. Or they'll make it absolute garbage. There's no in between. We'll see. Gary was beating you, then forfeited? What happened? What if they gave it, like, speed boost? That would be insane. Fur coat. Move over, Furfrou in Alolan Persian. There's a new dog in town. Jackal, Anubis creature. Alright, Luxray, let's go. Let's go, Luxray, let's go. I want an Egyptian region with like a Sphinx form for Luxray. That's electric ground. Or electric rock. Actually, no, electric rock would be terrible. Make it ground. Yeah, they're really promoting Lucario Z in the anime, so I want to say they're not going to make it crap. They're going to make it good. But then again, they made Zygarde's Mega not that good, so I don't think they follow my logic. Oh, wonderful. Video cannot be monetized. My Garchomp and Mega Garchomp unboxing from like 10 years ago just got copyright claimed. Game Loop 11. Fuck off. Oh my god. Fuck right off with that. That's awesome that YouTube just never punishes these bad actors copyright claiming stuff on YouTube. That's great. Awesome stuff. Video can't be monetized. Well, joke's on them. They tagged my outro music, so I can just erase it. What year is this video from? I feel like after a certain period of time, the YouTube algorithm should just stop scanning your videos that are like 20 years old. I have 15 videos with Garchomp that pop up. This video is from 2014! This video is from 2014. Insane. Actually insane. Somebody probably bought the rights to the song that I used at the time that was copyright free, and now they're flagging videos. A video from 2014. That's great. Which I'll replace the song. Whoa, that's way too loud. That's the do 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 do. Oh boy. Losing money over it, yeah, it sucks. YouTube's doing nothing to protect creators either, which is typical. Yeah, it's just my outro. That's okay. Wow, my old 2014 outro. That's insane. Back when YouTube videos used to have annotations. Remember all the annotations, chat? Good times. This is not going well. I can't do anything here, unfortunately. I mean, that was decent damage. Yeah, yo. I had to cut out like 3 different songs from yesterday. There's that one playlist I played I should never play again. That I got hit like 4 times with that playlist. Get out of here, Rotom. I think it used to be a Kevin song. Kevin McLeod or whatever his name is. Remember him? He used to make all the popular YouTuber royalty-free music. I'm pretty sure I used his music back in the day. What's up with that, Kevin? 10-hour fireplace. 10-hour fireplace ASMR as background music. He went super copyright happy. I heard that he started making, like, AI music. So, why does that not? What a fucking scumbag. What a piece of human garbage. Somebody who could have been regarded as the GOAT of original old school YouTubers and decided to be evil and greedy instead. Awesome. Alright, somebody take this! Somebody take Rotom. Alright. Well, we only lost one heart there. We're almost full health except for Luxray. Who we dealing with? Ah, repeat. Kuno. Articuno. Uh-oh, Articuno is exerting its pressure. Get a Magneton, some Gen 1-on-1 violence. In the movie. Articuno, I love the legendary birds. They're such a good set of legendaries. Even though we have birds like Pidgeot and Fearow, they feel unique enough to have that legendary status. Yeah, the OGs. Haha. Yeah, you miss your hurricane. Okay, the screen will definitely help. Mega Victory Bell? Uh-oh, watch out. That's a tricky boy. Yeah, his name is like Lawrence the Third or something like that. The world will turn to ash. Wow, the light screen, we're tanking the hell out of those blizzards. Wow, decimated! GG's. Thanks for playing, Articuno. GG's. Yeah, they usually have a attacking grass move. Sometimes it's Giga Drain. Sometimes they go Leaf Storm. Drain Sap. Alright. Shiny? No. Shiny? No. Shiny? No. Shiny? Come on, Articuno. I've had Zapdos and Moltres for years. It's not even an exaggeration. Articuno's holding out on me all this time. Yeah, Mega Victory Bell had my favorite trailer. My favorite reveal trailer of all the megas in ZA. Yeah, innards out. They're like bombs. They go boom. I know. Pokemon has been taking their foot off the gas with horror stuff. Like, we don't even get little, like, Ghost Girl cameos anymore. It's really sad, because it's such a series that could pull that off amazingly if they wanted to. My favorite spooky area in any Pokemon game is the Strange House. And of course Lavender Town, the OG. But the Strange House, oh boy. Well, some of you in chat wanted it. He's here, chat. It's Zygarde. He's here! Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun dun dun. Yeah, and then like the most we had in ZA was like a Litwick comedy side quest. Been trying Mega Scovillain. Yeah, I mean Scovillain is a valid pick. There's so many nasty attacking mons out there. That's why there's such a rise in Volcarona and Will-O-Wisp Gengar. More indoor areas than ZA, it's true. It is always Sandslash, isn't it? We haven't seen Jinx all night. Where is my goat? She's missing. She's MIA. Speaking of Will-O-Wisp, a lot of Rotoms are running Will-O-Wisp too in champs. Rotom Wash. It's because Kangaskhan is really prevalent now too. That's a great way to shut down Kanga. And of course, stuff like Garchomp. Garchomp obviously doesn't want to be burned unless it's just a pure setup chomp. And even then, I feel like most setup chomps have at least like EQ or Outrage or Rock Tomb or something. Ready for the first update that adds more mons? Me too. I'm excited for new abilities as well. We'll definitely climb to Master Ball again in the next regulation. A lot of people are using Araquanid as a sticky web user. Ariados has some interesting tools. Poison Thread is very interesting. I still think Linoon's legs look like they're put on incorrectly every time I see it in this model. Every single time I see it. you just don't look right. Boppity boppity bop. The current regulation stops on, I think it's like June 17th. Something like that. Alright, Munchlax, and... is that... oh, that's Sandslash. Oh, you're using Araquanid? Nice. That's fun. That's fun. Keep Rotom to burn Zygarde? Yes, I think that's valid. Especially since he can't hit you with ground moves, because a Levitate keeps you safe. Yeah, Tentacruel does not want to... Tentacruel does not want to take an Earth move. I actually like Beta Luminion more than the final design we ended up getting. There is actually a few beta Pokemon I feel that way about. Beta Beartic was also much better. Okay, so the regulation ends on May 13th. Season 1, I think. No, I'm getting confused. I'm gonna Helping Hand Rotom. I think it's May 13th. Actually. So, less than 2 weeks? Because I was like, wait, June 17th, that doesn't sound right. So the regulation goes from April 8th to June 17th, but the season goes from April 8th to May 13th? According to Cerebi.net. I'm citing my sources. Completing the Let's Go Dex. Yeah, you can't even evolve it. I hate the way Meltan is like that. Yes, I want Garchomp Z. Mostly because I want to know what ability they're gonna give it. Are they gonna doom another Mega Garchomp to be worse than the OG? If they do, then I'm really gonna question why the hell Garchomp Z exists. I'm really gonna be a little bit sad, honestly. And I don't even like Garchomp's again, it's my favorite Pokemon. I've many takes on Garchomp's Megas. I don't know if there's any pre-existing abilities that stand out to me. I almost kind of wanted to get a new ability like Ralligator and Meganium got. Yes, when you make Garchomp slow, you ruin the whole thing. Sandvale. I I don't ever see a soul bring Excadrill. Nobody ever brings Chandelure either. Chandelure was all over the place at ZA, stomping me at every turn, and now it's just like it never existed. It's odd. It does have Scale Shot, which a lot of people in Champions are utilizing to give Garchomp a little extra speed. Only good in active combat. Yes, 2 dodges. Get out of here with your Blizzard, Absol. I saw another Japanese player that was hitting really high elo with a Mega Metacham team, which... that's fun. I wouldn't be surprised if people absolutely copy these teams the second they go out. So if you see more Mega Metacham running around, it's probably that guy's team. It's probably his team. I want Metagross back so I can use Metagross, but I don't want anybody else to use it. Oh wow, that's so rude of you to do, Absol. This thing's built like a Gen 1 Lickitung. Yeah, Metacham, I think people kind of sleep on Metacham. Like, is it the greatest Mega of all time? No. But it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. And it's a great design. Alright, Excavalier. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anybody bring a Metacham in my time playing Champions. Actually, I have a legendary screenshot for you. Imagine going up against this person. Oh my god. Unprecedented 3 monkeys, 100 wins. If I saw that, I would just forfeit out of respect. If I saw that, I would just be like, you know what? I'm in the presence of a gaming god. Much respect to you, gamer. Much respect. Incredible. If I saw that person on the ladder, that would strike fear into my heart. Monkey. Alright, we don't have a wide guarder, but I can set up screens. We have Sandslash, Absol's got Blizzard, Rotom's got Hex and Wisp. Slug. Yeah, speaking of slugs, Gastrodon's gonna be so annoying when they add Gastrodon in Champs. Under pressure. Absol, one of the few Pokemon to have pressure that's not a legendary. Alright. I have Helping Hand too, so once everybody's set up, Mr. Mime can provide a helping hand. And we got the Reflect up, good. Power Trick. I don't think I've ever had anybody pull successfully pull off Power Trick on me. Unnerve. I know what to do. I know what to do. We've been in this situation many, many, many times. The classic duo. Alolan Sandslash versus Zygarde. Titans. Titans in their own right. Ooh, Absol, hang on. Okay, Rotom hit the Wisp. Absol hit the Blizzard too. Very nice. Ooh, good crit. Alright, Sandslash. Could this possibly? Yes! Yes! Oh, that feels so good to kill Zygarde before it transforms. Yes! GG's. Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. That was beautiful. That's what Dynamax Adventures is all about. Try to check this before ads play. Nope. No! Zygarde betrays. That actually might be the more iconic duo. Zygarde and Betraying. Sigh. Yeah, Alolan Sandslash is such a gamer. Alright, let's do a few more rounds, chat. I got a few more in me. Let's do a few more rounds. Damn, that ruled though. That was probably the best match of the night. Zygarde got absolutely destroyed. Rue Palkia. Great name. Hopefully we don't summon Palkia, because then I'll regret everything. Also, ads are playing, but you're not going to miss anything. See ya, Yeti. Have a good one. Good deeds don't go unpunished. Alright, we have an interesting squad here. Let's see. Oh, it's Psychic. Okay, Solgaleo, Latios, Latias. Do we have any Dark type? Oh, Golurk's here. Golurk and Krook are here. Our Gen 5 boys. I was gonna say, Seismitoad might suck, but we do have a Abomasnow here. He will save us with his grass moves. I haven't seen Marshtomp or Swampert tonight. We've got Hatterene, who has Anticipation. It's a shame you don't have Magic Bounce. If I was gonna run a Trick Room team, I would use Hatterene. I like Hatterene. Wait, no, don't poison. Ooh, nasty. Forgot you had that. That's your only attacking move. The Red Lion. He's poison type. He could absolutely pass as poison. You could do like the sacs on Seismitoad's body are filled with a deadly poison or something like that. Mega Jinx. I can't believe we haven't seen my queen all night. Jinx is unironically one of the best Dynamax rentals. I think Gmax Duraludon kind of reads as a ghost. The eyes that are in the building. Man, why couldn't you have Max Ooze Duraludon, who's Steel type? At least we had Alcremie show up a few times. That's another one of my goats. Well, I tried to save you, Abomasnow. Unfortunately, Hatterene is, very slow. She takes her time. If I had control over what they would do with Jinx, I would take that weird set of spikes that come out of her dress and make it some sort of like eldritch horror. There's like a secret nasty spider under there or something. Any other shiny since Gourgeist? No. We did just have a great round where we beat Zygarde before it transformed, though. That's almost as good as another shiny. Almost. I will regret having Hatterene if this is Solgaleo. It will make me sad if it's Solgaleo and I have Hatterene. You shiny hunted them all to have all the forms of Alcremie. There was no better time for that than when they had the Milcery outbreaks in Scarlet Violet. I got Necrozma shiny. I've never had it repeat a legendary at me that I already had shiny. I don't think it does repeat dupes. So no Mewtwo, no Cresselia, no Necrozma, no Lunala. Yeah, it actually wasn't terrible with how easy all the outbreak events in Scarlet Violet were. I think I caught about a box full of Milcery. No Lake Guardians either. They're all out. Two big old boys. I like that Duraludon like gets on its hands to attack. He's going meh. Take this. Good damage, good damage. Seismitoad's just a chill guy and you're gonna throw furniture at him like that? For shame. Okay, I guess I'll do the do. Golurk is one of the Pokemon that I feel like shows up the most. He is consistently here for us in these rounds. And that's why we love him. Because he's pretty good. Imagine if we had access to the Mega. I can't believe they gave it Urshifu's ability. That's so funny. That is very funny. To me. I mean, Shadow Punch, they gave it Shadow Punch and Scorching. That's a good moveset. With Iron Fist. And Focus Punch if you feel like being ballsy. Or if you have, Is there anybody that have Follow Me or Powder? Rage Powder? In rentals, I can't... I want to say there's one. Maybe Amoonguss has it. Oh yeah, Togi has it. Togetic. Togedemaru. I miss Togekiss. I would like to see Togekiss in Champions too. Can they bring her back? Oh, Clef has it. Oh. Sorry, I was definitely not spinning my Neopets daily wheel. Forgot that head sound. Alright, Hatterene. Big play-offs. I got a green Pepita. Yay. Pepito, not Pepita. It's worth 1,675 Neo points. Not a lot. How would Duraludon even hit itself in confusion and hurt? Like, you're a metal inhaler dragon. How are you using your little stubby arms and hitting yourself and hurting yourself? Yeah, it's too bad I don't have Trick Room. Alright, we're gonna smite him. We're gonna smite him. I'm kind of sad Krook didn't get anything in ZA. I thought Crocodile would have been a good choice for Mega in ZA. I've been waiting for Crocodile to get something for a while. Hopefully they don't do... Imagine they give Crocodile a Mega and it's just the exact same as for Alligator. They give it a toilet bowl. A toilet bowl head that looks like Sandile. We heard you guys loved Mega for Alligator, so now get ready for... Come on. Oh boy, this is scary. Oh, never mind. Golurk still had to go. Pounce! Alright, we escaped Anger Point once again. Good. Let's catch you in a Lux Ball. Sand coming out of the jaws like Skeletor's with the fire. Oh, that would be cool. The cheeky earth power, the mixed Crocodile set. Alright, we got 2 hearts. Who is this? This be like Latios or something easy. If it's Solgaleo, I don't know if we can win. Okay, it's Latios again. crocodile or alligator Pokemon that's still on 4 legs. Yeah, me too, honestly. Like, sometimes Feraligatr and Krook have been shown on all 4s, but they're usually just bipedal. And then Skeledurge. I kind of have a problem with how small Skeledurge is. I wish he was bigger. That's what I fell in love with Feraligatr. He's just a giant gator guy. You see Skeledurge on the field and he's like a little tiny baby. Little baby. The Dirge. He does look bald. We argued about this in chat a while back, but I don't know how you couldn't look at Skeledurge and not see, like, the clown afro. Ooh, the Screech is actually nice. Yes! Okay, good we might be able to kill it here. Well, I missed. We might be able to kill it this turn. I'll go for Life Dew. I can't believe you missed, Hatterene. No, Golurk did so much damage. Don't kill him. Why'd they have to give this bum Surf? Latias has killed us with Surf more times than I'd like to admit. Oh boy. Come on. We just need one Crocodile attack. Come on, Krook. It looks like the blast came out of Crocodile's hands. That was kind of cool. GG. GG. Latias is such a smiler. All smiles. I do like Skeledurge's cry. He's got a cool cry. The Dirge. No Toad, no Lurk, no Dial, no Ass. Alright, chat, let's do like one more. If you had one shot one opportunity. Yeah, as always, thanks for raiding with me tonight, chat. Definitely nice to not be saddled with sabotaging NPCs. I know, we've had a good record tonight. Knock on wood. Fake wood. Palkia's gonna show up again. Man, my controller, when I put it on my Corsair wrist rest, it goes squeak. It's because the Pro Controller is so matte. It's so mattified. Alright, one more slot if anyone wants it. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, did everybody go to bed? Alright, let's do it. Grovyle, Blossom, Vaporeon. Oh, we never get to see Blossom. Sure. Palpitoad is just like a real frog cry. Alright, our goat Alcremie is back. Duraludon showing up a lot. Oh, no! Well, you wanted Solgaleo. This could either be Solgaleo or it could be Celesteela. Don't tell me Celesteela's been waiting until the last run of the night to rear its bamboo spaceship face. Say it ain't so. Wow, these are both terrible, by the way. Duraludon is good against Alcremie, and the grass Pokemon could take Palpitoad and Vaporeon out. Beep, 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 beep. Hello, Lilligant. You and I have more in common than you'd think. Alright, who am I? Oh my god. Okay, I could... We're gonna Helping Hand Alcremie. We'll Helping Hand Palps when he comes back down. The bad Lilligant? Don't you dare! No! Well, at least Vaporeon can live. Palpitoad would have gotten obliterated 5 times over. Get out of here, Palps! Save yourself! Prefer the Hisui version? Hisui Lilligant just makes me think of Pearl from Steven Universe. Alright, Palps, it's all you. Overgrowth me! Hit me! No, don't target Alcremie either! Hit me! Ooh, good hit. Para. Damn. Drumbeak. The residual healing from the terrain is actually kind of nice. Alright, we're gonna Helping Hand Alcremie again. Alright, Alcremie, set- Oh, this will help Weather Ball, too! Weather Ball will do fire damage now. Good. Weather Ball has come in clutch for us many times. Goated move. Alright, Big Cake. Take the wheel! Quiver Dance? Somebody thinks they're Volcarona. That actually is scary, though. That actually is kind of bad. Quiver Dance is a really good move. Dang, of course Vaporeon outspeeds Alcremie. Mimi. Too bad Lilligant doesn't have an evolution like Togemon, then it would be the most goated Pokemon of all time. I love Togemon. Puff. Yeah, let's go, Palps! Okay. Alright, we keep it going. I will take this so I can heal everybody. Sudowoodo isn't terrible. I am gonna say, Sudowoodo wouldn't be terrible. Sudowoodo is a decent Dynamax rental. And he does a cool flip. And who doesn't love a cool flip? I have no latency. I turned so that everything should be as close to real time as possible. I'm 5 seconds in the future. Whoa. Yeah, I prefer Whimsicott. I was actually thinking about, I was looking through Showdown and thinking, maybe Whimsicott would be fun to use. Prankster is just such a neat ability. A very rare, unique brown shiny, too. I will continue to say brown shinies are underrated. Yeah, Barb is kind of like Swampert or Seismitoad. He does not want to see a grass move. Speaking of Barb, I wonder what mega ability it's gonna have. It needs to be good, otherwise Barb's never gonna get used. You have Poison Jab, that's hilarious. That's like a champion's build right there. Running Poison Jab on my Garchomp for all the fairies. If Barbaracle was the shiny, all I could do was laugh. Yeah, Alolan Raichu's shiny is great. I say that about Chien Pao too, and then people are like, Poop Cat. But it's like, no, he's Chocolate Milk Cat. Get your mind out of the toilet. I really like Chien Pao's shiny. Frick you guys. Leave him alone. Yeah, that is like a brain-rotted response, isn't it? Or it's like, what are you, 12 years old? Yeah, Dedene's got a good one, too. Even stuff like, I think Regirock. I think Regirock's got a pretty decent brown shiny. Chocolate Rocks. Do I need to puff anybody? I wish I puffed myself. Oh, and another Gen 6 Pokemon, Chespin. Chespin's brown shiny is great. Chespin and Quilladin have good shinies. Choco Rocco. Starly's line, I feel like you could consider brown shinies. I'm actually looking at a list right now. There's really not a lot. Crocodile. Yes, Swirlix. Phalanx. That's a good one. Dustox. Yep. Venipede. Oh, Morlul. I really like Morlul and Shiinotic shinies. Yeah, there are a lot of grass ones like that. With the autumnal palette. For Brava, that's a good one. Emolga. I like Rhyhorn shiny. That's oh, Keknia. That's a good one. Keknia. I really like Cacnea and Cacturn. They're such cool Pokemon. I want to game with all my cactus friends. Bring Maractus back. Have Carnivine. Well, Carnivine's a carnivorous plant, but you get what I mean. Oh yeah, Volibee and Mandibuzz have good brown / pinkish shinies. Typhlosion. I guess so, huh? Yeah, if Leafeon had a brown shiny, it probably would have been better. Alright, let's see. I mean, Alcremie has Mystical Fire, but it is still a fairy type and could take big damage from a steel. It frickin' is Celesteela. What the hell? What the frick? Ugh. Here comes old Celesteela, ready to rain on our parade. Hello again, Celesteela. We meet once again. Celesteela always does this. Our op. Hella Steela. Evil Steela. Jeez, Colossal has like thunderous rock noises in its cry. It's kind of cool. Come on, burn, 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 burn. Damn. Oh, and it immediately goes for Leech Seed. Evil! Evil! Every villain is Celesteela. Yeah, Weather Ball will be fire now. They're so mean for giving this menace Leech Seed. Deeply, deeply evil. Okay, I still don't need to puff anyone. I guess we'll quiver. Why not? A rocket wearing a Victorian dress. Show this creature to a Victorian child. Their minds would explode. Yeah, just give it Cotton Guard while we're at it. Why don't you bust out Fissure on us, Celesteela? Come on, burn! Never lucky. Please not on Colossal. Okay, good. Colossal's ass does not want to take a Quake. Celesteela ate all the Victorian children. It does have, like, vampire fangs, so maybe you're onto something. Maybe you're onto something. No, thankfully Celesteela does not get ancient power. Thankfully it can't pop 10% on us. Alright, good. Get the residual damage. I love that so many G-Max moves are essentially just Fire Spin, Whirlpool. Wow, that was time already? See, this is the problem. Celesteela matches last 500 years. Alright, we're just gonna keep puffing. Feel the power of the puff. Come on, burn! This is like our third Scald. Fourth Scald. Oh, he missed! Or he targeted... Oh, there we go. Did he target the... What is this Celesteela doing? The hidden effects of moves. Ooh, that does exist. It's called Serene Grace. And it's very nasty. It's quite nasty. I'm not gonna lock myself into Petal Dance in case I need to heal somebody. Not a single Scald burn! Ugh. Serene Grace always makes me think of Jirachi and Togekiss. Those are the two big menaces with that ability. Let's go. GG's. That's what you deserve, Celesteela. That is what you deserve. Celesteela thought it could pull up and ruin our parade, our last match of the night. No. G frickin' G. Love beat. We beat Celesteela and we one-shot. We beat Zygarde before it transformed tonight. Only Palkia was in our way. Alright, let's see. Nope. 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 We'll never be free of this bamboo spaceship. Sometimes this Barbaracle looks shiny, but he's not. Rip. Ripperoni. We'll never be free of Celesteela. Well, chat, I did get a shiny tonight. It wasn't new, but it was still fun. We got a pumpkin. I got a shiny pumpkin. That's fun. Makes for another YouTube short. More content. But yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for raiding with me. Thanks for all the follows tonight, everybody. All the raids. I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be back this weekend for probably some more Fire Red and Leaf Green. Check out the Discord if you're new here. Check out the YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube viewers and the VOD watchers. And yeah, we'll definitely do another Dynamax adventure soon. Can't stop, won't stop, and I won't stop until I get all my shinies, so... Return to the Max went pretty well. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for chilling with me, and I'll see you guys later. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. Bye!